what's going to happen here in America is the following. We have an election in 2024. Things are about to get very contentious, and the number one state, the tip of the spear, is a state called Michigan. I led off with that. That's where my dad's from, my family's from. There was recently a protest in Michigan. I want to show you this video, and I want to show you what's happening right now. So there they are. There's Muslim protests. They're chanting death to America. They're chanting death to Israel in Michigan. These are American citizens calling for the death of America. This is happening in Dearborn, Michigan. The Wall Street Journal has coined Dearborn, Michigan, America's jihad capital. Here's the video right there. Go ahead. Go ahead, play that. It's fun. Anyway, the person that's going to be speaking in this clip, this was after Al-Quds Day. It was a day event where he said that death to Israel has become the most logical chant shouted across the world today. You can play the clip?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
In the past, why are our protests on the International Day of Quds, why are they so anti-America? Why don't we just focus more on Israel and not talk so much about America?
Do it on 1.5.
Gaza has shown the entire world why these protests are so anti-America. Because it's the United States government that provides the funds for all of the atrocities that we just heard about. And this is why Imam Khomeini, who declared the International Day of Quds, this is why he would say to pour all of your chants and all of your shouts upon the head of America. Malcolm X said, and I quote, "We live in one of the rottenest countries that has ever existed on this earth. It's not Genocide Joe that has to go. It's the entire system that has to go. Any system that would allow such atrocities and such devilry to happen and would support it, such a system does not deserve to exist on God's earth."
Okay.
And so when these...
You know what? I support that guy's right to say this. The price for free speech is free speech. This is America. We are a democracy. I believe in free speech. He can say that. I do believe that the CIA is probably going to come knocking on his door. So are the feds. But this is the beauty of America. You can live in America and shout death to America. To my friends who have left the Middle East and moved to America and have moved to Europe. Europe's dealing with this problem right now. I encourage you to go back to your country and shout those exact same things to the country you came from. I would wonder what happened in Palestine if you said that to the people of Hamas. I would wonder what happened if you said that if you lived in Syria. I would wonder if you said that to the Taliban if you lived in Afghanistan. Bassem Youssef said that he can't go back to Egypt because he criticized the government. They will kill you in the country that you came from, but you come to America and you come to Europe and you try to assimilate to Western values and you shit on them. I just went over the numbers before. Yes, America gives money to Israel, but they're also the leading provider of aid to Gaza. What you choose to do with the money is up to you. Follow the money. What we're going to see right now in 2024 is a lot of bluster, a lot of conversations, a lot of things are going to be said in Michigan. There you go, right there. Show the top stat right there. This is who funds the Palestinians. Top of the list is the United States. So to my friend who's calling for the death of America, we are also the one funding the Palestinians. The difference between Israel and the Palestinians, because of Hamas, is Israel uses their money to create economic growth for their people, and they built a Iron Dome to prevent missiles from flying to their country. The people of Gaza have been hijacked by Hamas, and they use their money to build terror networks, buy bombs, and provide terrorist network to their people. I ask you, what would you choose if you lived in that region? I choose the money, not the death. What we're going to see over the next couple months, there's going to be the Democratic National Convention. That's going to be in Chicago this year. Expect riots. Expect people being fucking pissed at Genocide Joe. We'll see if he caves. Nancy Pelosi has called for ending funding to Israel. This was someone who stood steadfast with Israel for 4 decades, now calling to end funding to Israel. The Democratic Party has made a hard left. They are aligning themselves with the people of Michigan that are calling for the death of America, the death of Israel, to win votes. Meanwhile, what happens if you continue condemning Genocide Joe? Well, let me tell you what's going to happen. Donald Trump is going to win this election, and believe me, he has no sympathy for terrorism. He's aligned himself with the America First agenda. He will eliminate Hamas. He is friends with Netanyahu. He is friends with the Saudis. That is not who you want to be your president. To my people who support Hamas, we'll see what happens with that. By the way, Kamala Harris is, as today, meeting with the relatives of the American citizens who are being held hostage in Gaza. So Republicans have coalesced around Israel, and Democrats have embraced many of the people of Hamas. Show this one stat of Gen Z, if you can show that, and then we'll wrap up. Gen Z. Gen Z wants no part of Biden's unceasing support of Israel. Civilian deaths in Gaza mount. What happens is this: if you're 35 plus, you are very pro-Israel. If you're under 30, you are very anti-Israel. 65 plus, 81% support Israel. 50 to 64, 56%. The lower you go, the less people that will support it. There's one more stat out there. I think I sent you, was it Gallup? Was it data? See if we can pull that up real quick, and then we'll end this. The younger you are, the more empathy you have for what's going on in Gaza, and I totally understand that. So you can pull that up in a second. So here's where we're going with this. This is going to be a lingering issue. This is not going away. We'll see if the ceasefire stops or continues. But again, here it is right here. If you want to read this, I can't really see it. Go ahead.
Changes in favorable ratings for Israel and Palestinian Authority by age, 18 to 34. They're less favorable this year than last year. It was at 64% people that were pro-Palestine, and now it's at 38. 35 to 54. It also went down from 66 to 55%, and 55 plus stays stable in their support to the Palestinian Authority.
So the older you are, the more that you empathize with Israel. The younger you are, the more that you empathize with Gaza.
Yep.
All right. We got to wrap up. Where do we go from here? It's been 6 months.
Yeah.
Of intense suffering on both sides. Both sides of the conflict have experienced collective trauma that I'd wish upon nobody, that will affect generations to come. Here's what I'll tell my Israeli friends. You're losing the PR campaign, guys. You need to win the hearts and minds of the world. You have every right to go in and defend yourself. But as Joe Biden said, it's been over the top. Many people believe that. Here's the issue that Israel is facing. For many years, they were the underdog. In 1948, they were the underdog. They were attacked, they won. In 1967, they were the underdog. They were attacked, they won. In 1970s, they were the underdog. They were attacked, they won. In 2024, you are no longer the underdog. People don't view Israel as the victims anymore. People don't remember the Holocaust. People don't remember that 6 million Jews were sent to gas chambers and the concentration camps. People don't remember that. People see what's going on in Gaza and say they're the ones that are suffering. So you have to understand that times have changed. Israel, the Jewish people have done very well for themselves because they don't view themselves as victims. They don't play that game. They succeed wherever they go. They found a home in Israel, and they're not going to let that go. They found a home in the United States, the two biggest locations where Jews are located. They've thrived. Israel needs to win the narrative because they're no longer the underdog, guys. The Palestinians are the underdogs. How long will this war goes on? Here's what I'll say. each side, we talked about the hostages and the demands. Here's what Israel wants. Israel wants a guarantee of safety and security. They don't want to be fighting wars the rest of their life. The Palestinians want dignity and respect, but first they need humanitarian aid. The extremists got to go on both sides. On the Palestinian side, Hamas needs to go. On the extremist side of Israel, calling for the death and destruction of Gaza. You guys, the world is not supporting that. The Palestinians have the right to exist, especially free from Hamas. The extremists need to go. The synergists need to step up. The moderates need to step up. People need more conversations. Unifiers need to show up, and people need to work together to end this conflict, or else we'll be doing this forever. Here's my prediction, though. There's no appetite in Israel for a two-state solution. The last time that the Palestinians offered a two-state solution was under Yasser Arafat. He came back, he pulled the rug. There's been nothing offered ever since. When you call for the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, what does that mean? They want it all. So here's what I'll tell you. The moderates need to step up. People that want to see both sides exist need to step up. The extremists need to go away, or else both sides could potentially go away forever.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you like that one, click right here to watch the full SOSCAST. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.